Blaring from the speakers of the mosque were the calls to prayer, a signal that dawn had arrived, bringing with it a new day. It was the first day after the attack, the first night spent in the refugee shelter known as Transito. The sound was deafening, bouncing off the walls surrounding the Ahmadis, creating a unison chorus. Some felt annoyed for their dreams of being home were interrupted. For some, as simple as the words of the Adhan may be, presented a sense of inner peace, a reassurance that although they have no possession left, their dreams shattered, their lives ruined, they still have their religion on their side. They were on the path of righteousness. Heaven awaited them on the other side. Their true homes were being built by angels, with patience and virtue their bricks and mortars. Not all agreed. The thought of losing everything was too much for a few others. Hours after the attack, they were sobbing still, disbelieved that their houses were gone, destroyed right in front of them. Nivell kept gazing at her arms. Somehow she could feel the blisters, bruises and aching she sustained long ago when her house was being built. So Heidi was still angry. He had secretly returned to Katapang in the cover of night, watching from the distance as people looted his family's possession. It was only after they had taken everything of value and left behind the things they didn't want that they began to wreck their homes. Malik must have wondered what would happen if he stayed and fight. Khairuddin perhaps wondered would the outcome be different if others were at the helm instead of him. The Adhan continued to sound, echoing in the dusty white tile floor, the foggy glass windows, the crumbling doors and ceilings, the mold-infested walls. Nasiruddin would have got up from his sleep, sitting at the edge of the bed frame, eyes still closed, halfway between dreaming and awake, or perhaps giving the Adhan a better listen. Unknowingly his body swayed, or perhaps he was moving to the tune of the Adhan. Arise he stood, slowly making his way to the washroom at the back of the complex. There were chatters coming in from the dozen of police officers, keeping them from leaving the compound. Instead of pursuing the attackers and ensuring that they faced justice for what they did, it was the victim who were locked. It was the victims who had their freedom taken. Nasiruddin smiled as he walked past the officers. He knew they were just doing their jobs, taking orders from the bosses and their bosses. Like him, they were pawns in the chess game, while the true plotters stayed comfortably in the shadow, giving instruction from their marble-clad mansions. The Adhan continued to sound. Nasiruddin cleansed his body of earthly filth. He washed his hands, purifying them from the things he shouldn't touch, his mouth from the things best left unsaid, his nose to breathe, his face and eyes from the things he shouldn't see, his arms from doing sin, his head from ill thoughts, his ears from evil words, his feet from taking the path of the damned. The freezing cold water washed away grievances, grudges, doubts, envies, lusts, leaving only good, conviction, faith, peace.